Hello, friends. How are you all doing today? Oh yeah, audio. There we go. Hop, 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 hop. So. I have a lot of stuff that I want to talk about, and also just kind of want to vibe. So this is just gonna be a low-key chat stream where we hang out. Hmm. Mostly to check in with you guys, see how you guys are doing, see what you guys like and dislike. I have some status updates about the uh, new debut, the 2.0 model debut. I have some thoughts on my current games and future games and collabs and tabletop stuff and social medias and laughing at Twitter and just I figured that there's plenty going on that we can just hang out and talk about stuff. I don't even know where to start. Honestly, I figured that wherever we start is going to be a good time. So right out of the gate, how are you guys doing? How are you having a good day? And also, are you having a good day in relation to me? Like, both these things are important to me. It's important to me that you're having a good day because I want you guys to be happy and relaxing. I can't find your name. Gamer Alien? Huh, hello. But also, like every content creator, I frequently worry about the quality of my content because I don't really have a good metric, right? What do I have to gauge how I'm doing, the stuff I'm doing? I have two ways. One is views, and I know views are a treacherous thing, especially on YouTube. I can get, a healthy number of views, and then have a video blow up overnight with the post view, with the VOD views, or the opposite. I can have a stream be dead in the water. Can't find your second soul. Ah. I have some thoughts about identity of being two-spirit, because that is something that I find very interesting and suitable, but I'm also not, First Nations myself, so, like, I don't want to appropriate something that isn't meant for me. But two-spirits as a definition of being non-binary or transgender non-gender conforming, I guess, is an interesting, cool thing. Your mom ate your strawberry ice cream pint? And your Caprice? Oh my gosh. It's both? Wow. That's brutal. So, I do want to say, as you guys know, most of my streams are made for the VOD. I stream for the video so that people who are watching live and people who are watching, I almost said at home, but that doesn't make sense. I suppose many of you are watching at home. So the people who are watching live and also people who are watching it as a video series both have a good time. If you've ever sat down and tried to watch a Twitch VOD, even like somebody who's really, really good, like a Disguised Toast or a Saikuno VOD, it's fun, it's great, but as you get to, like, it has a different feel, right? Because it's very much keyed around the idea of you being there and watching it live. And conversely, if you're watching a Let's Play channel and they are putting out stuff that is pre-recorded, well, then the people who are watching it on Premiere are getting the literal same experience as the people who are watching it, much later. There's a little bit difference with watching live chat, but still. And I've always played to the VOD. That's kind of my style, because I don't really watch streamers. I mean, that's the honest truth, is I don't watch streamers. I don't actually... I don't want to say I don't enjoy, but it's kind of true, though. I don't really enjoy watching live streamers, which, if you've been following me for a while, probably is why you like me. Quite possibly. That might be why you stay here as opposed to going to any of the thousands of other streamers out there, is because I stream in more of a Let's Play style, because my style is Alpharad, is Game Grumps, is Playframe, is, these Let's Play channels. That's kind of just more of my style, Because that's what I enjoy. That's what I watch. And, well, what I watch colors what I make. which it puts me in a strange position because I want to be live. I want to do this live. But at the same time, my videos are more like live recordings, in a sense. That's kind of how I see it. I do read chat, I do talk to chat, and yeah. I respond periodically, I guess. But I do want to say that if you want more hi Jade, I'm a chat. Hello Connor, you're wonderful and beautiful. I get in the zone a lot. Yeah. I don't know, for me it's more of improv acting, you know, it's more improving. Someone was asking me today, you know, like, what was it? Actually, let me look up exactly how they phrased it. Oh yeah, by the way, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I'm gonna hit this button. I am going to start a new YouTube feature and see how it works. There is now a YouTube Q&A, which I will have visible here. Let me try to figure this out. Let me see how this works. I have no idea. But in theory, there is a button that you can press for a Q&A now. That's a new YouTube feature that just rolled out like this week, within the past couple days. The first question is beans. I mean, can I select that? Wait, what does that do? Oh. Oh, okay, so if you ask the question, then it highlights it so that everyone can see what's being asked. This might not translate to the VOD. I have no idea. This is a new feature. So, Beans. I've told the story about how Beans got started, and like that whole thing. And it was actually kind of amazing. I was actually... What was I playing at the time? What was the first time I started doing that? Was that like Wander Song or something? That was a while ago. Good grief. But I just started saying like, hey, between me and my mods, I was like, I kind of don't know how hard I want to curse, because I don't want to curse, but I needed something to say. I needed something, you know, like that just sounds right to say when I'm angry or frustrated. Yeah, frustrated. Yeah, frustrated. I think that's a word. That's a word, right? I'm making that a word now. And we couldn't come up with anything. And then like the very next stream, I got wrecked by something, and it's been beans, and like it just stuck. It just kind of became a thing. It's like that actually checks out. 10 people, only 5 likes. Well, come on, we gotta get that train rolling. Okay, so where was I? So if you like the more stream style where it's constant reading of chat and more interactions, I am going to be streaming more on Twitch in the future. Next month specifically, I'm going to be much more active on the twitch.tv. The link, I'll need to put it in the description, but you can feel free to follow me there. What my idea is this. Hold on a second, let me actually type this into the description. Now you might be wondering, Jade, you already do live streaming. Why the heck would you do Twitch? What value is Twitch? Why does Twitch matter? Why is that important in any way? Well, in the future, I want to refine what I use YouTube for. Specifically, I want YouTube to be all narrative stuff, because the value of YouTube to me is the playlist, is the ability to watch something, you know, and binge something. If you want to watch Final Fantasy VI run through, go do it. My Final Fantasy VI playthrough is actually probably the one I'm the most proud of. I would also like to hear what you guys think is the one that you guys liked the most, but you know, that's going to be you know, either put that in chat, or if you're watching it after, put it in the comments. I want to know what you guys liked the most out of my content. But the stuff that I do that is not... How to phrase? The stuff that I do that is not narrative-based, the stuff that I do that is not story-based, doesn't need to be on YouTube, and frankly doesn't do as well on YouTube. Things like... I mean, Hades did okay, I guess, but Things like playing Magic the Gathering with friends, or Bloons Tower Defense, or Heroes of the Storm. These are all things that I enjoy doing, but being on YouTube doesn't make it better. That's more of a thing that would do well on Twitch. And I don't want my... Oh, I'm being booped. Hello, thank you for the boops. I don't want my channel to be diluted, I guess, by adding in a bunch of the non-narrative stuff. So, in the future, starting next month, what I intend on doing is I want to make YouTube almost exclusively narrative content. And if I'm streaming something that is not narrative content, then I'll stream it on Twitch. Okay, does that make sense? So if I'm sitting down to play Valorant, I'll go live on Twitch. But if I'm playing through a Final Fantasy game or a Pokemon game, and I am going to be playing Pokemon on launch day, and 2 days before launch, I will be putting up a poll on YouTube for what starter I'm going to use. You can use two. You can actually vote twice. That's actually a fact. You'll be able to vote once on YouTube and once on Twitter. If Twitter still is around. I don't think Twitter's going to be around that long. You know, it's next month. Twitter's probably not going to be around then, huh? Yeah, Twitter ain't going to last that long. Sorry. Sorry. Oh, I've been following that pretty close, and it's hilarious. No, Ethan, I am completely media blackout on Pokemon. I know nothing. I only know the legendaries because I bought the game on the shop. Literally, all I know is what the 3 starters are. Nothing else. And anybody who spoils something will be, nuked from orbit on chat. But because that'll be my first experience with it, and I want to show off my first experience with everything, you know? Okay, so that's the plan. Tomorrow we're starting a new game. Tomorrow is New Game Day, hype. And that is going to be the Mario & Rabbids. I loved Mario & Rabbids, the game, when it first came out, and this is a sequel, and I'm excited for it. I really am. We'll see how it is. I hope it's as good as the original, because it shouldn't have been good. It should not have been good. It had no right being good, and it was phenomenal, and I loved it. So that'll be something that's on YouTube, and then if it's like, hey, I'm gonna be playing Valorant. I'm gonna stream that over on Twitch. Hey, I'm gonna feel like I'm in the mood to load up. Like, I've been playing some Diablo 3 in when I'm not live, or I'm maybe if you'll want to watch me play Overwatch or something. I have that as an option, you know, and then that's not going to be YouTube content. And on Twitch, I'll be a lot more active directly with people because, again, it won't be that I'm crafting a live recording VOD for people who are going to watch the playlist at any time at their leisure. It's going to be more, hey, I'm going to be constantly interacting with chat. Am I a male Dargon, or let me just go right down the list of questions, because I do have many questions here. As to am I a male or female, the answer is, I don't know. I haven't really checked lately. I mean, dragons can change gender over time, like frogs. And I'm somewhere in between right now. Does it work? Yes, the Q&A actually does appear to work, surprisingly. Beans? Yes. How many souls can you take in the love room? I don't know what the fire code capacity of the love room is, but it should be posted for public. You know, that should be information that you can gather. Have I ever played a game for so long hoping it would get good, then it horrifically backfired and disappointed in you? Yes. Yes, I have. And if you want to see a path of disappointment, go watch my Scarlet Nexus VODs. I tried so hard to enjoy that game. I just genuinely gave that game my all and I did my best to enjoy it. And oh my goodness, it was just bad. Like, okay, if you enjoyed it, no shame. If you enjoyed it, whatever. But, like, it's so antithetical to the kind of game that I enjoy that I was playing it for a while just being like, okay, I know I'm not really going to like the combat. I don't really like the God of War, the Devil May Cry, Bayonetta. I respect them as good games, and I think that more people need to recognize that a game can be good even if you don't enjoy it. I hate it when people say, "Oh, I didn't like that, therefore it's bad." Like, no. You can respect a game for being good even if you don't enjoy it, and you should. And you, as a game designer, if you are going into game dev or any creative effort, you should play games that you don't enjoy. Because that will help you grow. That will help you understand yourself better and why you don't like it. But anyways, yeah. So I tried my best. I really did try my best to enjoy that game. And same with Project Wingman, yeah. But for different reasons though. For Scarlet Nexus, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go into this. I don't think I'm gonna like it too much, but whatever. I'm gonna push through. I'm gonna have fun. And then the plot line, which was the only reason I was playing at that point, the plot line just went completely off the rails and just went absolutely sideways and just went into insanity. They didn't explain anything. Characters were introduced. One of the characters ended up being a father from the moon for some reason that was literally never investigated at any point in the story. Moon Daddy is real. Why is Moon Daddy real? Okay, sorry. 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 Moon Daddy was real. That was a game that I tried my hardest to like, and just, I could not. And if you can just watch my descent into insanity playing that game, because at first I'm like, okay, let's go, let's play, and then well, you could just see the game sucking the life out of me. I still played it through for two reasons. One, at that time, I would have felt very guilty if I stopped playing the game, because I was in the mindset of, well, if I stop playing it, and someone is watching the playlist, then it'll just end. And that might make somebody sad and leave the channel. Now I don't care. And now it's like, okay, if you didn't like that, and if you were really liking that series, watch another one. I have other better series. But, and the other reason being that I wanted to see how weird and how bad it got. I was just like, okay, you know what? In for a penny, in for a pound, let's go. I want to see how wild this gets. And it got pretty heckin' wild. Anyways, hi. It was totally OCD. Honestly, that was a little bit of it, this Blue Elf. That was a little bit, there was a little bit of that as well. A little bit of the OCD. Though I will, as a minor side note, and I don't actually take offense to this, to clarify right out of the gate, there is a little bit of my brain mind that says I don't like it when people say OCD when they mean completionist, or when they mean that they just have a desire to finish something, because OCD is a medical thing, you know? It's like, I don't have OCD. I know people who do, and I genuinely feel bad for them. And I don't always love people bandying around that term as a casual, oh yeah, I had to pick up all the pencils when I dropped them. I have such OCD. It's like, no, that's not OCD. OCD is when you walk into a store and you have to organize all of their pencils by color, otherwise you're going to feel unfulfilled for the rest of the day. That is a medical condition. I don't actually mind it. I don't actually care. I'm not trying to be on a high horse about this, but it's just one thing I wanted to talk about, because it's something that flags in my mind every once in a while. Does that make sense? Like, yeah, like, achievement hunting is fun, but, yeah, anyways. Yeah. And then there's that one pencil that doesn't, yeah, true. Question, everyone boop the dragon. According to chat, I'm gonna say that question was true. But, Blue Elf says, into your anime and book collection. And I will actually cite that as one of the reasons that I love streaming, is because I've gotten through so much of my backlog. For a long time, especially when I was starting out, streaming was my way of playing through my old backlog of games that I just wanted to play, because I kept on getting sidetracked. Oh yeah, exactly, Biladao. Exactly, Biladao Karan. It's like saying you're depressed if you're just sad. It's like, no. Depression is a real thing, and in a sense, are you, like, cheapening the word when you say that, like, oh, I'm depressed because I dropped a bagel? It's like, no, kind of, but, like, at the same time, who really cares? But at the same time, I feel like I should care. I don't know. I'm not ever going to come down on somebody for saying that, but I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know if I'm not the biggest fan of that sort of phrasing. I don't care enough to like actually call somebody out or make it an issue, but at the same time, I try not to do it myself. You know, if you've been watching for any amount of time, you'll know that I will say that things go sideways when I mean that they've gone bad, as opposed to saying they've gone south. Because saying things have gone south is a reference to Global South. It's saying that things have gone bad like they do in the Southern Hemisphere. It's a reference to the amount of exploitation and sadness that was caused to the people of like Africa and like Brazil. Like it's a reference to the Global South. I don't care. I don't care if anybody says that. I don't care if anybody else says that ever. It's the kind of thing that anyone's going to really genuinely take offense over. But once I learned that, it's like, I'm not going to say that anymore. Things are going sideways means the same thing, and it actually sounds really fun. It's really fun to say, so try saying it out loud. Things have gone sideways. It's just a fun phrase to say. So, yeah, anyways. That was a wide tangent. It's a chat stream. This is going to be all tangents all the time. Everything I say is going to be a tangent. I laid out, 8 things at the beginning of the stream that I wanted to talk about. I've talked about none of them. We'll get to all of them, but not right away. Questions. Nuke the other platform. Are you referring... I'm not sure if that was in reference to Twitter or to Twitch, but as far as on Twitch, I do plan on just making content for both. YouTube will always be my primary. I am a YouTuber in my heart. I will always be a YouTuber. This is where I belong. I genuinely feel that way. I feel like YouTube is the type of content that I want to make. Does that make sense? I want to make YouTube content. That's more meaningful to me than making Twitch content. But I do play other games, and I keep on thinking to myself, man, I wish I could stream. I kind of want to stream this. I kind of just want to whirlwind slam the go live button and be on a live chat. Well, I can do that. It'll be post-debut, though, and I'll talk about the debut in a little while, though. But so next month, I will plan, I intend to at least be more active on both. As far as Twitter, and I actually see you say that you were talking about Twitter. I've never liked Twitter. I learned Twitter. I learned how to use Twitter as a platform, and I have never enjoyed it. I felt like I had an obligation to learn Twitter, because that's what so many people use, because it is this marketplace of, the marketplace of ideas. Like, it's this place that people go. I'm fine with it dying. For the record, I did make 2 parachute accounts. You guys know what I mean when I say a parachute account, right? You guys understand that phrase? Parachute account is a backup in case the first thing gets either banned or erased for some reason. It's a phrase that goes back to the Something Awful forums. Yes, I was a Something Awful goon. You can probably flag that out of my sense of humor sometimes. But let me head over to click this. I did make 2 parachute accounts, one on VT Social and one on Mastodon. So I'm using these 2 forks. $10. Did that send both? Actually, I think I only sent one of them. Yeah, that's in the Mastodon, and then here's the VT Social. VT Social seems kind of meh, frankly. VT Social, I don't see anybody on it who isn't a VTuber. And I've said it before, if you want to grow as a VTuber, you can't advertise to other VTubers. You will hit that wall of finding 150 followers, and you will just stop dead. Because you don't actually want VTubers watching your content. You want to socialize with them. VTubers are great people. You want to collab with them. But your actual audience needs to be people who want to watch your stuff, not just other VTubers. And I think VT Social is going to be good for that. VT Social is going to be good for meeting and finding other people to work with. I think Mastodon might actually be a good platform. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never known what I'm doing. The last social media I used before I started streaming was probably LiveJournal. that'll give you an idea of how old I am. Okay, not counting Something Awful, because that's also true, but oh my goodness. Anyways. I answered the male or female question. Xbox, PS4, and or PS4 and 5. I have never had a reason to use an Xbox. I bought an Xbox One when Monster Hunter World came out, because it came out on Xbox and didn't come out on PC for like 9 months or something. So I quite literally bought an Xbox from a friend of mine. And I played 2 games on it. I played Monster Hunter World, which is amazing, and then I got it on PC, and then I played it on PC. Like, phenomenal game. If you want to get into Monster Hunter, don't buy the newest Monster Hunter game. Buy World. Seriously, it's the best game. It's the best introduction to the series, and just the polish on it is incredible. The tutorialization is incredible, and it really does introduce you to everything you need. That said, I've never had a reason for an Xbox because I have a PC. And Xbox exclusives almost always get PC ports, and I'm happy with that. I'm content with that. So I don't feel like Xbox is an important system for somebody who has a good PC. As far as PS4 and 5, I am using a friend's PS4, and that's what I played. I've played a couple games on it. I played Bloodborne on the channel. That was the first game I played on the channel, was Bloodborne. I've also used the same one to play Until Dawn. I also have access to PT. I did not play it last month because I'm waiting for my new model debut, which is next month, which I'll talk about more later. So I do think that having a PlayStation 4 or 5 is a valuable thing because of the exclusives. I really want to play Ghost of Tsushima as well, because I do have a martial arts background in quote-unquote samurai training. Honestly, not even quote-unquote. I literally do study some of the schools of samurai training. But, yeah, so I between that, I think it's a no contest of the Xbox. I really think it's no contest to get the Xbox out of here. If you actually want PlayStation exclusives, get that. If you actually want Xbox games, you're almost always better off just playing the Xbox games on a PC. Just as, you know? Where was I? Where am I? I was somewhere. Hello, dear lover. I can be upfront with you. Oh, what did you say before? Just say you're awkward. Wait, what's happening? Did I miss something? Oh, so I have my normal screen over here set on Q&A, and I have another screen over here set on chat, so I'm actually like scrolling up on chat to check things. I'm not sure what your channel is like. You're new here, and there's a 14-year-old girl drawing weird art of you. Should I report her? I love all fan art. I really do. Yeah, I appreciate art in general. I'm fine with that. Honestly, fan art is a sign of passion. Fan art is one of the greatest signs of saying, hey, this is, I feel passionate enough about you that I'm going to draw art of you. That is one of the greatest compliments that I can receive. It really is. So yeah, if it's awkward or weird fan art, that's cool. It's still fan art. I'm going to love it. Just please at me either on the Discord or on Twitter or on platforms. I would love to see it. I would be overjoyed. Also, every single schedule I put a piece of fan art on it, which just fills me with happiness. That's why you interact with multiple communities, so they can see your stream and say, like, I know that guy, let's watch him. Yeah, you need to have multiple avenues, absolutely. Dead Space remake, yes or no? You've seen me panic in horror games. It's rare for me to find a horror game that I truly enjoy. Like, genuinely enjoy. And Prey, not counting, Bloodborne's not a horror game, don't pretend that is. But for me, like, Prey is an example of a horror game that I actually genuinely loved. Mass Effect, but with World War II guns. You mean Mass Effect 2? I will get on a rant about Mass Effect 2 and how it ruined one of the best systems in Mass Effect. I'll go there. I will talk about that, because Mass Effect 2 ruined one of the coolest things that Mass Effect did, which was having the heat system on the guns, which was unique, which felt different than every other first-person shooter out there. It gave the weapons a different feel. It let them do different things with the way heat built up and was dissipated on different types of weapons that worked well with both the randomization of weapons and with anything that was unique or special, because you could had a different mechanic to play with. It felt like a non-generic first-person shooter. It made it feel unique. And Mass Effect 2 threw that all out the window and said, hey, but what if we just had clips again? What if we just had, like, 18... What is it? How many guns are there? Like, it's less than 20. It's, like, very few. Especially compared to Mass Effect 1, which had more of a Borderlands, which, pros and cons. But getting rid of the heat system and going back to World War II style clip guns, it's, like, absolutely ruined the experience for me. Absolutely ruined it. Sorry, I'm just still catching up a bit. Bloodborne is horror and aesthetic only? Absolutely. No question. Slime Lord, I would recommend watching my Prey playthrough. I think it was very good. I genuinely enjoyed it. I might play Dead Space. I might play PT. Both of these things are things that I'd be okay with. But, like, yeah. As far as other games to play, horror games to play, it's very... I did not enjoy Until Dawn. I played it, I was scared, I think I made good content with it, if that makes a difference. I think it makes a little difference. I think I made good content with it, like, you know, playing it and squeaking, because I genuinely was freaking out. But, like... Yes, Connor, Soma. Yes, I take it back. Watch the Soma streams instead of Prey. That scared me, and I enjoyed it. That was actually very interesting. Except for that one moment that actually tilted me. There was one moment in Soma that legit tilted me. And you can find it really easy. You can tell the one I'm talking about when it happens. The one where I actually panic. Whew. Oh boy. System Shock 2. I know the System Shock remakes are coming out, and those I would be okay with. Yeah. Mass Effect, Tale Zora in the Fallout universe? That could be really interesting. Yeah, exactly, Connor. I was so different for the rest of the day. After that happened, the rest of the stream had a different energy, and... oh boy, I genuinely got tilted off that. Diablo 4 opinion. I boycotted Blizzard for several years. Google Blitzchung incident. It was, if you want. I boycotted Blizzard for several years. I lifted the boycott recently because, well, I did want to play Overwatch 2. And I recently have been replaying Diablo 3. I don't know how I feel about Diablo 4. I will play it, and I'll see how it is. I did enjoy Diablo 3, though I don't think it was a good game. I think it had a lot of issues. I think that Diablo 3 was not as good in many ways as Diablo 2, but did a lot of things better as well. It's a mixed bag. I'm very mixed on Diablo 3, but right now Diablo 3 is the one I'm going back to play for pleasure, so I guess there's that. The writing's terrible, but let's be honest, when has Blizzard written a good game? When has Blizzard actually had good writers? You know, the writing in Diablo 3 is catastrophically bad, but anyways, they're taking the best of 2 and 3 into 4. I mean, I hope so, but Blizzard isn't the kind of company that you can trust. Can we agree on that? Like, is that something that we all can agree on? That Blizzard isn't necessarily the kind of company that you can just say, oh, I think that you are going to make this game well. I think this is going to be an interesting game. I think this is going to be an effective... It's not the kind of company that is trustworthy and reliable in the way that, say, Firaxis is. If Firaxis is putting out a game, it's gonna be a good game. Right? And absolutely, Ripley, Blizzard is no longer Blizzard. It's so different than it used to be. I grew up on Warcraft 1, 2, and 3. I grew up on Diablo 2. And 1. I was a player-killer hunter in Diablo 2, where people literally paid me in-game money to take revenge out on people who PK'd them. Like, that was a thing that I did. I loved Blizzard, but I never played World of Warcraft. I just didn't enjoy it, didn't like the animations. I got into Final Fantasy XI instead. And I guess kind of slid off of Blizzard for a hot minute after that. And, well, Blizzard doesn't, make a lot of games, so... well, I did enjoy StarCraft as well. I guess I should say that. StarCraft and StarCraft 2, I enjoyed both of those. Again, terrible writing, but fun games. The best writers in Blizzard are on Hearthstone. Real talk. What Hearthstone has done with the Blizzard IP in terms of writing and in terms of character development is really the best. Hearthstone is... I want an MMO based off of Hearthstone. I really do. I want an MMO based on that's not based off of Warcraft 3. I want an MMO that's based off Hearthstone, and that is not World of Warcraft, and do not pretend that it is. If you've played any of the Hearthstone narrative stuff, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Hearthstone is not. Hearthstone is not the World of Warcraft MMO. Yeah, Hearthstone improves on it. Like, look Google Gadget Zan. You know what? We can do this together. Why don't we do this together? Hold on. Let's just do this right now, live. One second, let me pull this up. There we go. And let me get this visible for everybody. So this is Gadget Zan in Warcraft. It's a very generic desert city. There's nothing interesting about this, right? This is the desert city that you go to when you are 30 hours into an MMO and you have to go to the next land to pick up quests, right? There's nothing exciting here. There's nothing interesting here. There's nothing dramatic or dynamic. It's super, super boring. This is Gadget Zan as imagined by the Hearthstone team. Deep streets full of wild individuals, gangs. There is quite literally a car, like because it's gadgets. This is where they make a whole bunch of trinkets and toys. This is gonna have cool stuff. We're gonna have espionage and intrigue, and in the card game, they added they went hard on this, and it's amazing. And then, boy howdy, you go back and you look at what Warcraft did with badges, and it's like, wow, that's nothing. That's trash. There's nothing here. Anyways, I want an MMO based off of Hearthstone. Hello, Kashak. Yes, Anyways, hi. Oh, right, questions. Any game that I played that I anticipated but got disappointed in. Now that's a very interesting. That's a very different question than a game that I played and then I nosedived on. Which one did I anticipate and then wholesale did not enjoy? Are we talking new games? I guess that's the real question. If we're talking new games, I don't really think so. I've been pretty both careful and happy with the games that I played. Let me just skim through my my list here real quick. I guess Troubleshooter. I guess Troubleshooter. That was admittedly back in March, but I was really excited for that game. Then I played it and it's like it just isn't going anywhere. Super grindy. I expected it to be more narrative than grindy, and it ended up just being a big old slog. I still like the idea of it, and I kind of want to go back and play more of it, but they had so many systems. They had like mobile game levels of systems on there, and I didn't really want to dive into all that. I feel like WoW takes place in the far past of Hearthstone. I mean, kinda, yeah, right? Like, that does make sense. Yeah. Oh yeah, you make the stakes, absolutely. Sorry, I just got there. Would I ever do a podcast with the Comfy Cave crew? I'm gonna say no, but not because I think it's a bad idea. I'm gonna say no because of time. I still work a job. YouTube is not paying bills. YouTube barely pays for YouTube in terms of like all the stuff I've done for the channel and the games I've bought for the channel and things like that. YouTube covers YouTube, and then I stream YouTube. And if I am planning on streaming on Twitch as well, which I am, that's going to be more time. Plus, I have dreams of making more edited content, which I know I can outsource, but it's hard to justify, hiring somebody to make an edited video when I know that video is not going to make as much as it costs to edit, right? I've a long time said when I know I can make $50 off of a video, I will spend $50 to have somebody help me edit the video. But that's not, I'm not there. So making a podcast takes hours, right? Making a podcast takes several hours, and I don't have that kind of time. On top of things that would grow my channel more, such as adding Twitch, or such as just spending my time making TikToks. Make more TikToks and YouTube shorts. That's going to be a better use of my time than recording a podcast. Even though a podcast would be fun, I'll still hang out with you guys, obviously. I'll still be there and, we'll just hang out. But I don't think that it's going to be something that I can commit the hours to do a weekly podcast, Because that's 2 hours, let's call it 2 hours recording and 2 hours of editing just to make a podcast. I don't have that. And if I do have that, I need to use that time to unwind so I don't burn out. Dealing with burnout is a very real thing, and it's not something that's easy. Hello, Quandale. Welcome. Dealing with burnout is something that I'm try to be very conscious of. I've dealt with it in the past, and I can see the warning signs. And I can try to do my best to work around it. I had some burnout last month, actually. I don't know if you guys could tell or not, but I was definitely not on my A game while I was trying to juggle all the things involving my new model, which ended up being an absolute nightmare. And I worked through it. I took a couple days off. I wasn't as active in the Discord. I'm usually extremely active in the Discord. But yeah. So yeah, I think that the amount of time and effort it would take to make a podcast would betray the amount of value that the podcast would result in. It would be fun, I would like it, but I'm not going to do it. Seeing gifts back. Schools for somewhat intelligent people. Yo, shoutouts to Dogs in Space for being one of the best animated shows I've seen in recent history. Just the line, being smart's for idiots! I love that show, it's so good. It's just good. Okay, back to Q&A. Who remembers the Jellenheimer forum from the Fluffy Pony Abuse comics? I don't know what that means. I did read like the Cupcakes comics back in the day when My Little Pony was a thing. And not my style, not my kind of thing. I liked My Little Pony Gen whatever it was that had the cute artwork that everyone got hyped about, but the fandom was weird and I just didn't get into the fandoms of it. I assume that's what you're referring to. I actually don't know. So I'm gonna say, SCPs. I don't actively follow SCP. I followed it at the beginning when it was a small and cool thing, and I ignored it when it just exploded and became. Oh no! Am I gonna say these words? Am I actually gonna say these words out loud? I stopped watching it when it was mainstream. Oh my god, I am such a hipster. Oh no, I'm so sorry. But like the original batch of SCPs, the original like what 2000 or something, where it was, I don't know, were interesting and cool, and then they just sort of got out of control when everyone was just adding their own SCPs, and I just didn't care anymore. I liked Sobek. I thought that was a really cool idea. I liked the cool doll thing that broke necks and whatnot. I liked, more important, the silly gimmick things. But really, what I liked more than that, 1 second, it was Warehouse 23, which is what SCP is kind of based off of. Let me see if that's still up. I hope it is. Let me take a moment here. There it is. Warehouse 23 Basement. So Warehouse 23 Basement is kind of the inspiration, I believe, for SCP. And it's just stuff... It's just weird things. Like, you open a box on the floor, and you find a human skeleton. Making any medical roll at +2 reveals that the ankle bones are fused together in a manner that would keep the toes pointed. The head is normal size, but it is grotesquely small in comparison to the body, which is nearly 8 feet tall. Other pink boxes hold a myriad of high-fashion clothing sized to fit. These are just very strange, odd things that you can use for RPGs, mostly for modern RPGs. It's supposed to be taking the idea of, like, the warehouse of otherworldly stuff that is in Raiders of the Lost Ark. You know, let's open another box. You find a replica of a rainbow trout. The head is almost wide enough to hold a cigar, but not quite. If the fin is bent, a tiny hiss is heard, and a small bit of confetti whirs out. It seems like an ordinary failed novelty item, but it will never run out of confetti. This is the kind of stuff that I love. This is like SCP, but just weird instead of trying too hard to be creepy. Does that make sense? Like, I remember seeing one that was like, you find a box of normal kittens, except for the pyrokinesis. Like, just things like that. And this I love. I am here for this kind of content. This box was hard to open because of the airtight seal. Once forced opened, a breeze blows and you smell ginger, and a slight mist exits the box. After that, the box seems empty. Like, that's a plot hook. If these are all writing prompts, really. These are either D&D plot hooks or writing prompts for, you know, for creative writing exercises. Okay, we don't need to do a whole lot more of that right now. But this is the original origin of SCP stuff. Not exactly, but this kind of thing. And I like because it's more silly. A cardboard box decorated with huge suppressed sticker. It contains a tastefully colored, durable, and inexpensive carpet that resists toast landing butter side down on it. Like, that's cool. That's just a cool little gimmick idea. A small silvery sphere the size of a baseball, although apparently made of solid metal, its surface shimmers and shifts like quicksilver. Watches or other time-measuring devices brought near it stopped running. Like, that just raises questions. Like, I don't know. It's cool. I like it. It's cool. I think it's... I just think it's neat, okay? That's warehouse23.com/box, or basement.warehouse23.com. It's fun. It's just fun. You said someone tried to scam you on Steam for duping items. I got so many scam attempts for when I played Dota because I had some very rare Dota stuff. And people tried to steal it from me all the time. Just absolutely all the time. People all were trying to scam me out of it. So I just had fun with it. I mean, at a certain point, I just had fun with it. How am I so cute? I don't know. I'm just a weird internet lizard. I'm not that cute. I'm just being weird. I'm just having fun. Do I have a human form? Nope. I do not have a human form. I mean, I don't... But, yeah, no. I don't have any other forms. I'm just me. I mean, I guess the only other form I have is going to be my new model next month, but, like... that's... Yeah, I don't canonically have any magic. Jade the Kobold has no magical powers at all. That's... Yeah. I just don't have any magic. Because I think it's more interesting that way. Like, you can do so many weird, crazy stuff with magic, but, like, I don't want to be the one who does weird, crazy stuff. I want to be the person who supports the people who do weird, crazy stuff, you know? I don't have any magic because playing a non-magical character in a magical world allows you to make very interesting character choices as you play. Does that make sense? I don't know. I recommend picking up, play a noble. In your next D&D game, play a non-combat noble with no stats that are combat, with no weapon. Assuming that you are playing with a group of role players or actors who are going to, you know, be okay with that, genuinely go for it. Like, make a non-combat character and just roleplay it. Genuinely, you might have a phenomenal time, and it will make you a much better actor. Will a PS4 Fallout 4 need not safe for work mods? I don't know. I don't think anything needs not safe for work mods. I don't really think there's any, you know, necessity for any of that. But they're there for people who like them, and I think they should be, you know. If that's the kind of thing that you want, I think that you should have an avenue of acquiring it and playing it that way. by just just don't throw it in my face, and it's one of those things where I would fight for you. I would fight to defend your ability to do that, even though I would have no interest in doing it. Does that make sense? Dead Space remake, yay or nay? I thought somebody already asked that, didn't? I don't know. Where? I don't know. If they remake it, maybe I'll play it. Like, I already made my statements about horror, though. I don't know. What's your take on the current situations between the creators of Disco Elysium and ZAUM? I think that it's a tale as old as time, and one that Disco Elysium itself warned us about. It's corporatism trying to take over a studio and milk it for money. That's what happens in the world. That's just what happens. Like, I hate it. I hate that it's a thing. I hate that it's the world that we live in, but it is, and it would be foolish to deny that that is the world we live in. I absolutely hate that it happened, and I hope that the original creators can make a new studio with better legal protections and make more games. I don't think that anything good is going to come out of that studio, because it is the thing that it would be warning us about. It's kind of like how after Disney got a hold of Star Wars, all of a sudden, all of the Star Wars plot lines became pro-establishment. You notice that? Please tell me you've noticed this. After Disney got hold of Star Wars, all the Star Wars plot lines, which were about, dealing with an evil empire controlling everything and destroying people's lives, all the storylines became about, hey, we have to support the new empire. Or going back and doing Clone Wars and saying, hey, remember when the empire was great? We should make the empire great again, hey? Man, I love establishment. We just have to deal with these couple of bad apples that are out here in these robots. It's like, no. Like, I'm not saying that they're bad content. I'm not saying that they're bad shenanigans. But, like, I just feel like it's like that, a large corporate machine is restricted in the kind of content that it can create in order to support itself. And that's true in most things, I mean, we were talking about Blizzard earlier, and it's not entirely different there. It's very rare, but not unheard of, for that kind of situation to, to make something great, And, well, to make something... How's the word I'm looking? To make something, I don't want to say threatening, because that's not the vibe I'm trying to say. To make something that is art. To make something that truly stands on its own as being artistic. I don't know. It can happen. Like, the Final Fantasy series did that many times throughout its history. But, like, when a studio gets throttled as hard as, like, the Disco Elysium studio did, it just makes things rough for everybody. And I don't think that studio is going to make anything that's going to even come close to Disco Elysium. Are there any cool books that I would recommend? Several, absolutely. Gideon the Ninth is phenomenal, and I love it. I'm also rereading through Live Ship Traders. Live Ship Traders is a very good book series that has... You have to read it first, because again it goes into the Rain Wilds, and the Rain Wilds books are the best depiction of dragons that I have ever seen in a book. The dragons in the Rain Wild series are phenomenal, but you do have to read Live Ship Traders first, because it sets up the world, and you need that world set up to really know what the world is. So read Live Ship Traders, and then read the Rain Wilds books, both by Robin Hobbs. Apart from that, I'm a big classic sci-fi. I love the Asimov books, Foundation and the Robot novels. Phenomenal books. I love them. What was the name of that other book series that was kind of like Buffy, but not? Hold on, I gotta look up a thing. Look up Autumn Bones. I think that's it. Saints Astray is good too. But I think it's The Autumn Bones is the first book in that series. Let me verify. Nope, I'm sorry, that's 2. What's the first one? It's the first one. Yep. Dark Currents. Jacqueline Carey's Dark Currents book. It is. If you've liked Buffy in the past, it kind of hits that same vibe of being just cute, funny, adorable, science fiction-y with well, not science, fantasy-y, and I like it. And I like other books by that same author that I cannot talk about on the stream. Anyways, anyways. No one should no one should like the new stories more than the old. In relation to what stories, though? You know, I was a Forever DM for a long time, and now I am playing in Kashak's game, in that we're playing every other Friday. I do also want to make another game. Oh, you meant Star Wars related to that. Oh, gotcha. I do want to actually GM a game. Sometime in January, I'm going to try to DM a game using D&D 1 rules. I don't care about the rule set that much. You know, I could use any rule set. I just... whatever there. But yeah. I do want to GM again. I have a campaign I want to run. Have I ever heard of a Buhert? Buhert? I have not. Oh, it's that. Okay, yes, I have. Okay, yes, I have. Yeah, it's medieval sport combat. There's a lot of things like that, and all of them are interesting but a bit odd, and all of them completely harvest out the historical context and strategies and tactics that were actually in that era. Because many moves don't work. It's sort of like how if you have like... It's like in MMA where people go low and try to grab somebody's legs out, you know? It's like, in MMA, that works. That's very powerful, because you can't just knee somebody in the face when they try it and lodge their nose halfway into their brain, which is what would happen if you tried to do that to me in real life. But in MMA, it works great, because that's an illegal move. It's like, oh yeah. There's always going to be these contrivances, and there's always going to be people who think, oh, no, this is super real, bruh. It's like, no. That's not going to help you if you get mugged on the street, you know? Same thing there. It's like, is it super accurate? It's like, no. It's not going to be super accurate, because the nature of actually being accurate is going to include lethalities. It's going to include broken bones. And you can't have it be super accurate, no matter how hard you try. I don't know. I've seen things like that before. I haven't really looked into that one specifically, but I've seen enough things like that I have hesitancy about the amount of contrivances that it would include by necessity. Does that make sense? So, no, I'm not familiar with that one in particular, but at the same time, I'm familiar with that as a thing that has been done several times. Hilarious stream idea. Reading the Wings of Fire series on stream with friends. Not unless I have the license. I mean, that's the kind of thing that, like, I would need to communicate with a publisher for, and it would fail. I wouldn't get the rights to it, and what you're literally saying is I should make an audiobook. And I've been told that before, and I've considered it before. But what you're saying is, hey, Jade, you should make an audiobook. And that isn't something I would do for free. Does that make sense? Yeah. What's my favorite piece of media regarding a dystopian future? It's gotta be classic. It's gotta be Fallout 1, 2, and New Vegas. That's gotta be my answer. Is I love the Fallout series in its conception, right? In the modern Fallout, you know how it is, Fallout. if you've been paying attention to Fallout, you know opinions about Fallout, and I agree with most of them. Fallout New Vegas is phenomenal. Recommend it to anybody you can. Fallout 1 and 2 are great games. They have aged a lot, but they have great writing, and that is easily my favorite dystopian future media. Is there a game that I seriously want to play, but it's impossible for you to play on stream? Now, this question actually leads very nicely into something else I wanted to talk about. If you've noticed, I've been playing some games on the stream lately that have been doing terribly. And that reason is that I want to stream them. That's really what it is. It should be it's impossible for me to grow my channel if I'm playing a DS remake of the Saga series for the Game Boy, not Color, the Game Boy, that was never translated outside of Japan, that I happened to stumble across a weird translation patch for that was made half a dozen years ago. But right now, and this is actually what I wanted to segue into, this is genuinely what I wanted to talk about today, and what I am going to talk about now. In just a moment. Hold on one second. Let me refill some water. Ah, gotcha. Okay, hi. Haruka. Oh, wow, we're already an hour in. Let me adjust what song we're playing. Yeah, we'll go into the classic comfy cave music. Hi. Your kitty says hi. Hello to your kitty. In Buhort, the armor has to be passable, posable in the period. Yeah. And it's just for sport and fun safety. Yeah, I mean, I respect it, and I don't know. Look, when I learned stage combat, and this is true, when I learned stage combat, my instructor, their philosophy was, hey, I'm going to teach you how to kill somebody with a weapon. And then, afterwards, I'm going to teach you how to adapt that for stage. That was genuinely, unironically, that was my stage combat instructor's mentality. It's, I'm going to teach you how to kill somebody, and then I'm going to teach you how to adapt that for stage, because it's more important to have it look realistic and have it be honest than to know how to spar and... Yeah, because that's not going to help you in a production, right? You need to know how to actually kill somebody with a sword, so that you can realistically depict that in a safe way for the camera. So, amazing Vaporeon. So, yeah, my take on that is, is kind of painted, also by working with questions of, do I need to clear these out? Nope, I guess they just sit here forever. So yeah, I respect it, but at the same time, much of my combat has been more real, I guess, both in the stage combat aspect and in the martial arts aspect, because Bujinkan is a martial art that will help you when you get mugged on the street. It won't help you if you're in an MMA arena, you know. Bujinkan is a martial art that will help you if you're being attacked by somebody who weighs an extra, 15 kilo, like on top of your mass, like on top of your weight. That's the kind of stuff that Bujinkan is good for, and it's more for. It's not for fighting someone who is without any distractions in the same arena, and like it's more real. So I always have a little bit of a hesitation when it comes to these types of arts, like Buhert or even SCA. Although I do love SCA, I have nothing against it. It's just, oh, wait. We were talking about the other thing. So. because I have my new model debut next month, I have been playing games that I want to play, that I want to stream, that I want to have on the channel as a game that I played through. And right now is my time for doing that because I'm holding back. I'm holding back because of the debut stuff, because of the 2.0 model. For two reasons. One, my new model captures my emotions much better. This model is beautiful. I love this model. It's cute, it's friendly, it's adorable. My new model, actually, you can see my expressions. You'll see how much I'm actually fidgeting behind the scenes. You'll see my hands as I wiggle them about, which I actually do a lot more than I probably should. But right now I'm playing through these games that I normally would not be able to stream because either they're going to be bad metrics or something like that. So my new model is going to be amazing, and I'm going to be playing some amazing games with it, and it is done. My new model is actually done. I have a lot to do. But my new model is actually completed. So yeah, right now I am playing through a couple of the games that answer the question of games I wanted to play on stream, but it's impossible to play on stream. I'm doing that right now. I'm playing through the games that that I felt like I couldn't stream before, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. It makes sense to me. Maybe it'll make sense to somebody else someday. I have no idea. Wah wah wah. Wah wah wah. There we go. How do you get away with murder? Carefully. Would you ever play through Final Fantasy VI again after debut of the new model? Absolutely. It's my favorite game of all time, and I would gladly play it again. Not for a while, because it's still, like, you know, relatively recent. And no, Vaporeon wasn't timed out or muted or anything. It was just a silly question. So anyways, where was I? Hello, how do you do? And the plan for my debut is this. In December, I am going to be taking a week off. Just a full solid week, maybe even 10 days off. Just off. Completely. Hopefully everything for the new debut will be ready before then, so I can actually just take it off, because I'm also, like, work stuff and vacation stuff as well. So it's just going to be, like, you know, a bit of a reset, and then I'm going to hit the new debut for the new model, and yeah. Wow. And then we're going to be playing some amazing games. I'm going to be playing through Mario plus Rabbids. I don't know how far we'll get into that or what that'll happen. And I'm going to be playing Pokemon on launch. And my new debut is going to happen in the middle of the Pokemon stream. So there is going to be a break in Pokemon, so just expect that, you know. Just be prepared for that. But as far as, yeah. That's kind of why I've been playing games that I know aren't going to get a lot of traction. Hades, I loved Hades. Great game. And to be blunt, I think my content for Hades was good. I think I made good Hades content. But it's an old game that isn't in the media cycle, that got horrible views. I mean, people didn't watch it. I'm okay with that because I knew that going in. But that's an example of a game that I wanted to play but couldn't stream. Same with Saga 3. Yeah. Honestly, same with the Outer Worlds. I wish more people enjoyed that. I genuinely do. Yeah. When will the infrastructure stream be? I don't know. I don't really know how to set that up. You know? I don't really exactly know how to set up an infrastructure stream. I know that that's something that people have talked about and that I talk about a lot and I think would be very interesting, but I genuinely don't know what that would be structured like. And it's a little bit off of the style of what I do, you know? It's just off style enough that I don't think that it would perform terribly well, Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe people are hyped for infrastructure as I am. But I mean, like, am I going to sit here and compete with not just bikes? No, I'm not. Have I ever considered playing some old Flash games? Honestly, that's the same thing as Hades. It's going to be games that people aren't going to watch. If I was really passionate about some old Flash games, I would. But I'm not. So, hello, Volotov. So, like, because I'm not passionate about those, I don't think it would be terribly interesting. What's more likely than the old Flash games would be doing another DOS games collab with Cupcake. I think that would be a delight, and I know Cupcake is interested in that as well. But I don't know. I don't know. So like I think that's going to be much more likely than an old Flash games stream. I've seen some other people's metal stainless steel armor crack and refs run in and almost get hit with a Danax to the face. Oof. A few DOS games to recommend. I don't know if it can come close to what company was it? I don't even remember what that was. It was amazing though. The car simulator game that we played, that was amazing. Oh my gosh. Honestly, if I want to do anything else for like editing, I want to go through that stream, the DOS game stream, and edit specifically the saga of is it Ford? The Ford simulator. So that was amazing. That was just hilarious. That was some of the best, most funniest. That was honestly some of the funniest stuff I've ever done. What do you think about someone that just uploaded the Rayman 2 developer environment on 4chan? Oh, wow. I haven't heard about that. That's interesting. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. On one hand, I do like it when companies release their old source for public use, to be, for fan games and mods and whatnot. When was Rayman 2 out? How old is that? I know it's old, but how old is it? Rayman 2 was... Oh, 99. So that's... Okay, yeah. I think that'd probably be fine. I think that'd be... I don't think I have an ethical issue with that. I think that people could do some cool stuff with it. But then again, I don't know what people would be able to do that they couldn't do better with Unity. Well, I don't know what fans would be able to do that they couldn't already do with stage builders. Like, someone has to have already made a stage builder for that. You know? The way people have been doing Mario ROM hacks. So, I guess I'm not overly excited about it, but that's kind of cool. You know what's up. You know I would ask this. When's more Kobold ASMR? Soon. Honestly, my ASMR stuff has even been doing well in the video release, and I do want to make more of it. But like many things, I kind of want to wait for the new model. I kind of feel like I've been in a holding pattern waiting for this new debut. But I guess, like, honestly, the ASMR stuff is something I don't need the model for. Last ASMR, not just Kobold's infrastructure. Is that Chad Powerton in disguise? Is that the Chad Powerton account? I think it is. I suspect it is. It's amazing though, and I love it. But yeah, I could definitely do some more ASMR stuff. I have a couple prompts written down. How long should an ASMR be? That's one thing that I've struggled with. So, one thing that I've been uncertain about with ASMR was after I did my last ASMR... Oh, no, the one before the last. After I did my... Oh, yeah, no, it was the last. After I did the ASMR thing, YouTube started flagging a bunch of ASMR videos as adult content. And that felt really bad. That was, like, oh no, I didn't get flagged, but it's one of those things where like, oh, maybe this is bad for the algorithm. Maybe I don't want ASMR tags on my channel. And I sort of shied back for a while. And then ASMR Place started to do really well. So like, okay, maybe I should be doing more of this. I'm confused. Hour-long ASMR? Is that what's good? Yo, Chad Powerton in chat. I love that Chad Powerton still exists as a meme, even though it's been so long. It's so good. I love Chad Powerton. 1 hour long ASMR then? I kind of like doing it the 15-20 minute one. I felt like that was more condensed, and when I did some searches for what other people have done for it, then that seems to be what other people have been making content-wise. Kobold Adventure ASMR. I'm writing that down. I can do that. That's very doable. ASMR Kobold Adventure? Yeah, that can be done. I could do. I could even... Yeah. That's very doable. Okay. So I'm just thinking about plot lines and where to go with things. You finally do more of the Dark Souls series stuff, lore stuff? Yeah. I'll think about it. I will think on that. That is a good idea. Yeah, I know I should. It would be good. Okay. In short, okay. What's my opinion of someone leaking all the Pokedex for Violet and Scarlet? I am still complete media blackout on Pokemon. I know absolutely nothing about Pokemon. Okay, no, I know an absolute boatload about Pokemon. I know nothing about the new Pokemon games. Outside of the legendaries, because I had to see them when I bought the game. And the starters, because, well, chat is going to choose my starter. That's chat is going to be choosing my starter. I know nothing, and I know no news. And if anybody shows it to me, I will be sad about it. And you don't want to make me sad, so don't show it to me. So, I think if the question is about leaking, then then let me know. But if the question is about what do I think about them, then that is already established. That's I don't know. I know, Rolotab, you've been so patient with me. You really, really have. And it's not... Yeah. I think I just overthink ASMR. I really just overthink it. I think about all the stuff that I could do with the ASMR, all these plot lines, all these, comforting meditations that I could lead into, and then I get sort of overwhelmed with my own considerations about all the stuff that I could do with it, that I don't actually do anything. That's what happens. Honestly, if I'm being honest, that's what happens. That's actually what happened. So yeah, as far as my opinion on the leaks themselves, I have none. As far as my opinion on it being leaked, for a franchise the size of Pokemon, it's borderline inevitable. I don't really know how you could have a franchise that big and not have leaks occur, right? Like what? At some point, that's going to come out, either from a review, or from a beta tester, or from somebody internal, or from marketing quote unquote accidentally slipping a leak document to build hype for the game. There's a lot of different ways, and some of them are intentional for things to get leaked in the games industry. And I don't really think it is something that would be too worried about, Like, it's just the Pokedex. It's just, the assets and the models. Like, that's cool. And that might get people excited for it. That might have been intentional. I don't know. Mm-hmm. That's correct, Kran. Next Pokemon is coming out next week, and I'm going to be playing it on launch day. Completely blind. And I'll be doing a challenge run with it as well. You know I will. How about this? What if we do rock, paper, scissors? If I win, you can start brainstorming stuff, and if you win, you gotta wait another month. Rawr. I already have a lot of ideas. I should do it. I should just absolutely just hecking do it. Heck. What's insane about it is how much got leaked. Okay. I mean, I've seen an entire game's source code get leaked before that came out, so I don't know. So. Current games. We will probably finish Saga 3 tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saga 3, right? Pretty sure it is. There's a very good chance that we finish Saga 3 tomorrow, and there's a very good chance that I push for it to finish one way or another. There's a very good chance that I just say, hey, Saga 3 ends today, and we just power through the rest of the game. Because, again, that slot's going to be taken up by Pokemon. So, that's for, so for current games, we're going to be doing more Spirit Island. Next week I do have a collab with a certain dragon. And then it's going to be Mario and Rabbids and Pokemon until debut. And then after debut, I'll see how metrics are. And really, serious about this. Whether or not I play more Mario and Rabbids is going to depend on the number of views, likes, and comments. And comments. Comments are super important to me, folks. I read every comment and I respond to every comment that prompts a response. No, not every comment prompts a response. We know this, right? If you comment... let me flag the filter for response status. If you flag a comment that just says agreed, like, cool, thanks for agreeing with me. That's not something that's really setting up for. I can't really respond to that. Like, there's not really a response there. But every respondable comment I do respond to. Absolutely, 100%. Comments are super important to me, genuinely, and I respond and I look at them and yeah. Looks like, I'll keep an eye on questions. Feel free to ask any questions that you have questions about. Q&A will be open for the literal rest of the stream. Which will probably be I don't know how long. So that's current games. As far as future games go, I have a lot of games that I want to play, that I'm super excited to play, that I am explicitly waiting to play until the debut. For one reason or another. Mostly because... when I play a game that's very emotionally powerful, I want you to see my expressions better. Like Illusion of Gaia. If I'm playing a game that has very simple graphics, my model and my acting is going to have to carry through the graphics. So something like Earthbound, or like, yeah, another more like another Super Nintendo game, Breath of Fire 2 is another example, where, yeah. Where that is something that I want to play, but my new model is going to make it more engaging and interesting for people to be watching. You know? And, like, something like Final Fantasy IX, I want my new model for that because I want to show my reactions in a more effective way. Something like The Witcher is going to be a big event on the channel because I think that's going to be a very exciting stream game. But I don't want to do that with my current setup. So I have like this long list of games that I want to play that I've been intentionally holding back on, you know? So as far as future games, those are some of the more exciting ones. Illusion of Gaia, Earthbound. Illusion of Gaia, look, if you're watching this now, come back when we play Illusion of Gaia. If you look at that and say, hey, what's this weird retro Super Nintendo game? Who cares about that? You will care about it. I promise to you, that will be an engaging gameplay. That will be an exciting session. That will be a really interesting game to watch. And I hope that people show up for it. Same with Earthbound. I've never played Earthbound. It'll be my first time playing Earthbound. Yes, I know I should play Earthbound. Illusion of Gaia 2. Illusion of Gaia 2. Illusion of Gaia 2? Really, Vaporeon? Really? You're gonna send it that way? If you're talking about Terranigma, that is the third in the series, not that second. I don't care if that's what it's called. It's wrong. It's Soul Blazer 3. Exactly. But yeah, other things I have on the list is Ghost of Tsushima I want to play. Styx, Master of Shadows, which is a stealth-based game, which should be very fun to just kobold it up. Sekiro, which I bounced off of initially. Yakuza 0 is also on the list of things I would like to play. That is something that is on the list. Dishonored 2. I love Dishonored. I didn't play Dishonored 2, so I think that would be a really fun game to play. Continuing the Breath of Fire series. I have a lot of games that I'm excited to play. Live Alive is actually going to be coming up probably... I think for the RPG slot, it's going to be... it's going to be Pokemon, then Live Alive, and then Illusion of Gaia. So that'll probably be like sometime in March, maybe. I don't know how long things take, but yeah. PC specs, and is your PC powerful enough to handle? Yes. Yes. Short answer is yes. My computer could I assume you meant modded instead of molded. My computer is good. let me pull up the exact specs here. So I have an i7-10700, 32 gigs of RAM, a 2080 NVIDIA 2080 video card. I can stream VR, and I've done it before. I can stream Skyrim Special Edition modded. I can stream Skyrim Special Edition modded in VR. And that's my plan. I actually do want to do that. I want to play Skyrim in VR modded. And I want to play, not Skyrim itself, I want to play mods. I want to play the weird ones. You know, I want to play the Morrowind in Skyrim mod. I want to play the Tamriel mod. That's what I want to do. So, in short, yeah, my computer is rock solid. Because it's built almost entirely from parts that are damaged. This is true. Through my work, we can get a lot of hardware that needs to be repaired, and some of it is in a situation where it is unsellable but not unworking. My video card caught fire once. True story, 100% true, absolutely 100% true. My video card in my computer caught fire a 5-centimeter flame spouted out of the card when one of the capacitors exploded. True story. I shut the computer down, cleaned the card, said, but what if? Put the card back in and booted back up. Worked fine. Worked better in some ways. It less laggy. Worked great. So, yeah, my video card caught fire. I put it out, and it's still there. It's still the same video card. I'm still using that same card. I can't sell it. I can't give it back to the company to resell. I can't I can't do anything else with it. So I just have this video card that can run. It's a 2080. It might even be a TI. I don't forget. But it's an NVIDIA GTX 2080. Same thing with my processor, which technically shouldn't work at all. Same thing with my 10 terabyte Western Digital Gold hard drive. I might lose all of my data at any moment. At any moment, I might lose all the data on the computer because that hard drive did fail testing, but hey, it's been working for me so far for the past couple months. It's like how your dad built a car from discarded car parts. Nice. Nice. Do I need help with modding? Yes. Absolutely yes, yes. I've done a lot of mod installation and mod setup, but there's some things that I desperately do need help with. Specifically Vim. I need help with the full body immersion stuff in Skyrim's VR. And I need a way for that to be shown to the audience in third person, not first. I want to be able to play Skyrim in VR with my model, with my actual model, and have people who are watching it see from behind my character as opposed to from first person, because that's going to be a better viewing experience. A lot of VR games will do that, and Skyrim I know needs mods to do that. So the question of being, do I happen to need help with modding? Yes. I will need my my new model's VRM installed into the game, and I will need the full body immersion stuff installed in the game, and I will need the and I will need for it to be able to stream from a different perspective that I'm playing it. 3 things I know that I can do, but I have no idea how to do. Not your expertise? Well, you know, a lot of the if you're a skilled modder, a lot of it's going to carry over. You know, a lot of it is just going to continue to go along. Oh heck! I forgot to announce the contests. Oh heck! That was like one of the things I started this entire stream about. You can stream it with a different camera view in VR. Yeah, it's the same thing that people use in Beat Saber, where you can import a model and you can stream from using another piece of software. I don't know how it works, but I need to know how it works. So every month forever, for the foreseeable future, I will be giving a $10 gift card of your choice to the person who has the most viewed clips. If you clip, then there should be either a clip button on the YouTube page, or you can clip using other software, or when I'm on Twitch streaming next month, you can just do a regular Twitch clip. And then it'll be based off, and then you promote it. You know, you put it on Twitter, you put it on Reddit, you put it somewhere. And the best ones will be receiving gift cards every single month for the future. $10 towards whatever. Do you win a Kobold body pillow? I've had a weirdly high number of requests for a Kobold body pillow. I've had a weirdly high number of requests for that. I mean, if people buy it, sure. I mean, I am going to be having new lines of merch come out when I do my re-debut. That's not out of the question, I guess? It won't be lewd, just to get that outside of you. Life-size Jade plushie. I know I promised to make a plushie at some point. I forget what milestone it was at. I want to say it was 10,000. I think it was 10,000 where I'm going to make a plushie. Subscribe and help us hit that milestone. It'll happen eventually. I'll get there. I believe in myself. Oh, yeah, I have a Ko-fi, too. Yeah, ko-fi.com/JadeTheKobold. I do appreciate donations on Ko-fi. Those actually pop up with a sound alert still. They'll even do it right now if somebody donates right now. Links in the description. Yeah. Ko-fi gives the... It's... Okay, here's what it means to be donating done where. If you donate to me using super chats and super thanks and channel memberships. Channel memberships is the best way because then you get to watch my streams without ads. Like, real talk. It's like the same as on Twitch. Subscribe for what I have it set to, a couple bucks, and you don't have to, and you get no ads when you're watching my content at all. That's amazing. You should absolutely do that. That'd be fantastic. And all of those are the normal YouTube split where YouTube takes 30%. I'm okay with that. The thing is, that also tells YouTube that people are interested. That also helps YouTube recognize that people care about me. Does that make sense? Does that track? So, if you want me to get more money, though, Ko-fi is more like Patreon in that I get a much, much higher percent of the earnings, i.e. all of it. If you donate onto Ko-fi, I get all of it. If you donate onto YouTube, YouTube takes 30%, but also is made promote my channel more. If you subscribe with a membership, YouTube takes 30%, but you also get your ad-free viewing. Of the three, if I was you, I'd probably go for the membership, then Ko-fi, then super chats. But super chats are fun, and I love it when they pop up, though. So, like, I'm not gonna, I love everything. Everything's fantastic. If you make a plushie, I'll buy your entire stock. I mean, I'll take that threat. Don't threaten me with a good time. But yeah, I also do have merch on Ko-fi. That's where my shop is. You can, hire me to voice act some lines or record things for you. You can download all of my stream backgrounds, which are custom made for the channel, mind you. All of my stream backgrounds are available for download, including ones that nobody has seen yet. Literally, including ones that have not been released to the public yet. And I do have keychains, and I have a sticker set, both of which are mailed out across United States and Canada. So yeah, the contest is good, and I recommend doing a thing. Let's see, I covered debut status, I covered contest, I covered current games, I covered future games. Collabs. I've had a couple of bad collabs lately. If you've been watching, you know what I mean. If you've been paying attention to the channel, you know what I mean. And a part of that is the same reason why I've been playing a couple games that are not as exciting, like Saga and Hades. It's because I have people I want to collab with who I don't know if it's going to be a good fit, and I'm always nervous. You know, I'm always nervous when I collab with people. I know that if I collab with Sprig or Tori, I'm going to have a great time. You know, I know it's going to go great. I know we're going to have amazing content. I know that it's going to be a fun and effective collab, right? It's going to be good both for the people watching and for me. But some of them are a bit risky, you know, like if I, like the one that I actually took off the channel recently, which is the collab for the tabletop game that went out. There, or if I have where's my collabs? I need more. I do not have my collabs organized. Oh my gosh, I don't have my collabs organized in a playlist? Oh my goodness. Jeez. Or some of the Magic the Gathering ones, where there's people there who I don't know. Like, there's people there that's like, I don't know if this collab's gonna work. Or the Valorant ones, where I'm straight up risking somebody in my voice chat saying a word that'll get me demonetized on YouTube. Like, that's sketch. So, in the future, YouTube is going to have known collabs. The D&D collabs. Playing games with Sprig, or Kashak, or Tori Floop. People who I know are going to be making good content. Again, I said it before, I'll say it again. YouTube is always going to be where my best content that I'm most proud of is going to be. If I'm making content that I'm very happy with, it's going to be the content on YouTube. And the risky collabs I'll do on Twitch. You know, if I'm doing a collab with a game that I'm not sure how it's going to go, or if it's with a VTuber who I'm not sure if they're going to be cool. You know, if I don't know if they're going to mesh well with me, that'll be Twitch content. So if you want to see all of my content, you'll have to follow me on Twitch. Which, by the way, has been growing. Despite me not having streamed on it in a year. Like, I stopped streaming on Twitch when I was at 70 followers. I've gotten another 100 followers since then, despite not having streamed a single time since. For anybody who doesn't know, I did a joke where I streamed on Twitch to speedrun affiliate. Where I streamed on Twitch to speedrun affiliate status, and I got it in 6 days. Full affiliate monetized Twitch status in 6 days. I'm very proud of that. It was really fun. So I speed ran that. And then I just didn't use Twitch. But I talked to other my friends on Twitch. It's still my Twitch account. So like when I'm in, when I'm in other VTubers chat, I'm using it. And then people who are like, "Oh, hey, it's Jade," and then they'd follow my Twitch account thinking that I was a Twitch streamer. Oh my goodness! One thing hilarious happened. I was watching somebody and they were talking about on Twitch, and they were talking about their channel growth, and I chimed in like, yeah, it can be hard to grow your channel, especially, you know, when you're starting, you know, like blah blah blah. And they were like, yeah, and then they checked my Twitch account and they're like, oh yeah, you have 170 followers. That's really good and you should be really proud of that. I was like, my dude, you're right. I should be proud if I had 170 followers. But I have an order of magnitude more than that. I have 10 times that amount, my dude. Like, I get what you're saying, but, yeah, I no, you got me wrong, mate. I'm sorry, that was just a funny moment. They're like, oh no, you should, they had that accidental patronizing voice, like, no, you should be proud of yourself. 170 is a really good milestone. They had like 250, so it's not like they were that much big, you know, bigger than they thought I was. But they still got that patronizing tone because they, and you know how it is. I have 100 people who follow me on Instagram. Yeah, I have 4,000 people who follow me on TikTok. I still don't know why they follow me on TikTok. Growing on Twitch is hard. Yeah, it is. You're not wrong. But yeah, that moment of like, oh yeah, you should be really proud of your 170. That's a really good number. It's like, really, my dude? Just a funny moment. Sorry. Should we retake Jerusalem in another crusade? I mean, Can we have less war crimes? My vote is for less war crimes. I think that less war crimes is the optimal plan. I do want to increase the amount of tabletop stuff that I do on the channel, partially because people like it. Like, when I do tabletop stuff, people watch it and enjoy it, and I enjoy making it, so yeah. Not necessarily Magic the Gathering, but like D&D stuff and Spirit Island I want to do a bit more of. And those will be good for cool stuff. Tuzzy hit it on the head. Most people who follow you on Twitch are mutuals. Right. And there is that is a problem. That is a thing that is bad. I mean, it's not bad. You want to have mutuals. You want to have people who watch you and you watch that work together. You absolutely want to do that. But you won't grow if people who follow you are mutuals. You need to find a way to promote yourself to people who watch streamers, not to other streamers. I consider that a type of failing. If your followers are all people who you follow as well, that's bad. That means that you're not able to grow with your current follower set. That means you're not able to get more viewers. You will, if you're streaming to have a good time, by all means, yeah, absolutely, you'll have a great time, and those will be some of the most fun people to hang out with. If you're streaming with the intention of growing, you're not going to get anywhere with that. It's just impossible to, because, you know, those are people who are going to be busy making their own content. You need to find a way to appeal to non-streamers. It's very, very difficult to try to appeal to non-streamers, and it's very difficult to find communities where you can connect with non-streamers, frankly. It's something I've been struggling with, too. Like, I've been struggling with that myself. Did that break? I think that broke. Yeah, so Twitter is a dumpster fire, and I'm 1000% here for it. I'm absolutely loving laughing at Twitter right now. Raids. Technically YouTube has raids, but I don't think they work effectively. Like, not meaningfully. You know what I mean? Which is a shame. Actually, let me check something. Can I? Where do I even flag? I know I have the ability to flag a raid. Gotta remember where it is. There it is, redirect. You know what? I can actually raid somebody today. I can actually raid somebody today. Hold on. Yo! Yes, today will be the first time ever that I am able to raid somebody. Give me a second here. Yes, Spectre is currently streaming Fallout New Vegas. File up any other questions, and how long have they been going for? There, I started 3 hours ago. Good grief. Alright, so, are there any other questions before I try to raid something? Are there any other questions here? Are we raiding the Shadow Legends? No! No! No, that's not allowed. Chad Powerton is not a question, even though maybe it should be. All right. I think that covers everything that I wanted to say, and I think that covers all the questions that people had. I'll try to do more just chatting streams. I don't know if... just look forward to it. Tomorrow starts Mario and Rabbids. Next week starts Pokemon. Get hyped for both of those, because those both should be a phenomenal time. I hope that you all have a wonderful evening. I feel like... is there anything else I want? I think that really does cover everything I wanted to say. And no other questions being thrown out? Okay, yeah, we're going to try this raid feature. Let's see how this works. So if you stay here, you'll get teleported to somebody else who has a model by the same person who made my model. They're Spectre the Wolf. So make sure you are super loud when you enter their chat, okay? Make sure you're super loud and just be like, yo! It'll be great. And thank you all for joining. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Cheers!